At dito, makikita na ito'y mag-i-intensify pa. Ito a super typhoon category bago mag-landfall na posible dito sa may northern or central Luzon.
Paano na yan? Pupunta kami ng Ilocos Sur.
Look at the big wide world we're living in. Yeah, I'll keep running until I discover it.
Another week, another gala. This week medyo malayo-layo ang pupuntahan namin, so gumaya kami ng mas maaga than usual. We are going to Tagudin, Ilocos Sur. There are a couple of things na nasa itinerary namin sa visit namin ngayon. Number 1, bisitahin yung ancestral house nila Miguel at maglinis na rin ng konti. Number 2, bisitahin yung puntod ng family members ni Miguel sa father side niya. And number 3, go down memory lane at bisitahin ang mga lugar kung saan tumatambay si Miguel nung bata siya. So ipapasyal niya tayo today. Hindi pa sumisilip ang haring araw nung umalis kami, and at this time parang akala mo walang bagyong parating. Pero since alam namin na magiging sobrang lakas ni Uwan at magiging super typhoon siya, we made sure na ang itinerary namin ay aangkop para makauwi kami bago siya manalasa, no? And it's not just gonna be us on this trip. Kasama namin ang nanay at saka mga kapatid Miguel. In fact, pagdating namin doon, kikitain din namin yung mga pinsan at saka tito niya. Around 4 hours na naging biyahe namin from Quezon City to Tagudin. Imagine ha, dumaan pa kami nito sa NLEX and SC-TEX. Ang sabi ni Miguel dati daw, wala pa nito, kaya it takes them around 9 hours to get to Tagudin. Grabe, isang buong shift mo na sa trabaho yun. Sumang-ayon sa amin yung weather habang nagbabiyahe kami. Ang ganda ng sikat ng araw. At saka kukunti rin yung tao sa kalsada. Feeling ko dahil alam na rin nila na parating si Uwan, kaya bihira lang din yung mga nagbabiyahe. Which is actually good kasi walang traffic. Our first stop, KJR Kambingan along San Fernando City Bypass Road. This is your typical karinderya serving home-cooked meal at a very reasonable price. Umorder kami ng tortang talong, Bicol Express, kilawin, at syempre, papaitan. So kita naman dito na mukhang na-enjoy talaga ni Miguel yung papaitan. It's actually one of his favorites. Ang kinaganda ng luto nila dito is kahit nakitang-kita mo yung lumulutang na mantika dun sa papaitan is hindi greasy yung feel niya pag kinakain mo siya and hindi rin gamey yung meat. So all in all, worth it naman siya. And we're back on the road. After 2 more hours of traveling, we finally reached Tagudin, Ilocos Sur. At dumiretso na nga kami sa ancestral house nila Miguel. Miguel's family is restoring this house back to its former glory. With the capiz window and the ornate wood carvings, heritage exudes from every single corner of this house. Ika nga nila, if the walls could talk, for sure ang daming kikikwento ng bahay na to. The art and the culprit.
Mas ano? Ito dati babuyan siya. Diyan. As in literal may mga baboy dyan. Tapos ito punong-puno ng mga puno. Kagaya niyan, Chico. Buhay pa itong Chico. Tapos dati may duhat. Then maraming mga hayop dito like gansa, bibe. May mga manok na native.
I probably would never understand the feelings that are welling up inside Miguel habang tinitingnan niya tong bahay na to. But I know, habang nakikinig ako sa mga kwento nila, that this house really means a lot to them. For dinner, kumain kami ng bagnet Ilocos na putok-batok sa sarap. Sobrang sarap niyang i-pair with sukang Iloco at hindi lang namin na-videohan pero kumain din kami ng pinakbet dito. The night hits different pag nasa probinsya ka. It was just around 7 PM pero wala ka ng taong makikita sa daan. So we decided to call it a day at pumunta muna kami sa isang resort na malapit sa bahay nila Miguel. Don't worry, tutour namin kayo dito later.
So it's 5:30 a.m. We're here in Barangay Farola, Tagudin, Ilocos Sur, where I grew up, and now we're walking to the beach. We're gonna wait for the sunset. Sunrise rather.
Yes po, 5:30 AM po yan at sobrang dilim pa rin. Mismong kami nagulat kasi ang plano namin to catch the sunrise pero 5:30 na hindi pa rin sumisilip ang liwanag. The resort where we stayed at is about a 5-minute walk away from the beach. So we decided na puntahan na rin namin yung beach at doon na lang hintayin yung sunrise. Napaka-picturesque ng view. Feeling mo nasa isang set ka ng isang noir movie habang nanonood ka ng alon. Nung nagsimula ng sumikat yung araw, we started going back to the resort para makapag-prepare na rin kami for breakfast. Habang naglalakad kami pabalik, naririnig pa rin namin yung hampas ng alon at naaamoy pa rin namin yung dagat. Napakagaan sa pakiramdam. As promised, welcome to Buena Vista Resort. We stayed in one of their rooms but they also offer aircon cottages kung saan naman nagstay yung ibang mga kasama namin. They also have a swimming pool at they serve free breakfast. Itong main house ito ng resort has a modern design but they kept a lot of their old things inside, making the place feel a lot more homey. Together with the cottages na merong mga nipa-hot roofs, feeling mo nakikitambay ka lang sa bahay ng tita mong mayaman. And after eating our breakfast, bumalik na kami sa lumang bahay nila Miguel. It's story time!
Anong area to? Anong area to?
Dito kami naglalakad dati papasok sa school.
Dali, gumili tayo may coach. Saan ba school mo?
Dito. Ayan simbahan. St. Augustine Church. Tapos yung school St. Augustine School din.
Ilang taong ka nung nandito ka?
I think simula baby hanggang grade 3.
9 years old, gano'n.
Hanggang 9 years old. Ayan, nandito kami sa lugar kung saan ko nilalakad dati papuntang school dito sa probinsya, Tagudin, Ilocos Sur. Tutur ko siya because I'm a tour guide.
Saan banda? Wait lang. Anong park to? General Antonio Luna. Eh, wala na yung stick. So, how would you know the time? Sayang.
This is a sundial.
How does a sundial work?
I don't know. I just know it's a sundial.
No, there's supposed to be a stick doon. Tapos, yung anino niya magpo-point ng oras. Tama ba?
Alam mo yung time, yes.
Agree? Okay.
Ulo. Alam mo ibig sabihin ito.
10 utos ng Diyos. Lahat naman ng church may ganyan sa harap. And here we are.
Dito ako nag-first communion. Nagsa-kristal ako dyan. Nakakit ako dun sa bell, sa kampana.
Bakit kakakit sa kampana?
Kasi may mga paniki.
Ah, okay. Akala ko para sa
Grade 1. Ay, hindi, kinder, nursery lang pala to.
Nag-high school ka dyan? Ah, hindi, di ba? Grade 3 ka lang.
Ang nag-high school dyan, sa mga market.
So, ayan yung naging school mo before.
Okay, dyan, tsaka yung sa likod dito. Yan. Saxon.
Nag-serve ka dito before? Hindi.
Nasa kristal ako dyan. Alam ko may exit dun.
Saan?
May exit yata.
Wait lang.
Miguel even showed me their old municipal hall na napalitan na nitong mas bago nilang hall na katapat lang naman. And meron siyang working sundial. Nagkataon lang na walang masyadong araw nung time na nagpunta kami. So hindi namin nakita kung paano siya actually mag-work.
Hindi naman siya natatamaan ng araw. Pero supposedly, pag tinamaan ng araw yan.
We went home right after at nagsimula na si Miguel at yung mga pinsan niyang ayusin yung backyard nila. O partida ha, hindi marunong gumamit ng itak yan pero akala mo expert. After cleaning up, dumiretso na ang buong pamilya papunta sa puntod ng mga family members na yumao na. And after offering a few prayers, dumiretso naman kami sa isang beach na malapit lang din dito. Welcome to Libtong Beach! Nung mga bata pa tayo, I'm pretty sure na the moment na makakita ka ng beach, tatakbo ka na kagad para lumusong. Pero when you grow old, you don't rush to the waters anymore. But the moment na tamaan ng tubig ang paa mo, those memories of childhood come rushing in. Minsan talaga, you just have to pause life, breathe in, and just enjoy the moment. And then nakita namin tong cafe na to sa harapan lang ng beach. Unfortunately, hindi na sila nagtitinda ng kahit anong pagkain and brewed coffee na lang ang meron sila. Feeling namin nagpe-prepare na rin sila kasi nga alam nilang parating na yung bagyo. And in the evening, we rested early kasi babiyahe kami ng maaga tomorrow. Umalis kami sa Ilocos at around 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. ang plano namin is dumating kami sa Manila at around 1 to 2 p.m. Kasi nga sabi dun sa report is mga 1 p.m. tatama na siya sa Northern Luzon area. So as much as possible, ayaw namin sa daanan kami abutan ng bagyo. Of course, prayers to those who were affected by the Uwan storm. I hope everyone's safe. It was around 10 or 11 a.m. when the storm finally reached us. Hindi na bibigyan ng justice ng video pero sobrang lakas ng ulan. There were even some points na halos zero visibility na.
Okay. So galing kaming Ilocos. And then nasa Skyway kami ngayon. Kakahatid lang namin sa nanay ko tsaka sa dalawang kapatid ko sa Quezon City. Ngayon, pauwi na kami ng Etibac. Mag-grocery siguro muna kami. And then, uwi na. Tapos pahinga.
Pakita mo si
It's such a long weekend. Ngayon, i-introduce kami sa inyo. Wait lang. So, say hi to Uwan, the super typhoon of it all. They're here. We have to use they them because we don't know their pronouns.
At kahit nga bumabagyo, food is life, kaya dumaan muna kami sa Texas Roadhouse bago kami umuwi. We got their appetizer platter and ribs. And I would have to say, dun sa platter nila ng appetizer, isa lang ang masarap, yung parang burrito nila na merong chili con carne sa loob. And the ribs was passable. The price of the food is on the higher part of the scale. So, sa quantity at saka sa mismong lasa niya, I would have to say na hindi ganun ka worth it. Pero kung nagkataon na gusto nyo mag-splurge a little at nagkataon nandito na rin naman kayo sa Evia Mall, then you might as well just give it a try. And that is the end of this week's video. I hope you enjoyed the tour na binigay sa atin ni Miguel para pasyalan ang lugar kung saan siya lumaki. And I hope you guys were safe during the storm. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe and see you next week.